What's going on today, YouTube? Rob here. In today's video, I'm coming at you with a deck showcase. This is the brand new Swordsoul archetype to be coming out in Burst of Destiny. This deck has some pretty serious Tier 1 implications, and I just wanted to showcase you guys this deck on the channel. I know it's been a while since I've done a showcase. If you're new to the channel, I just want to say consider subscribing for more fun Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Also leave a like and comment on what other videos you might want to see next. And without wasting any more of your time, let's get into it.
Alright guys, let's get into this Swordsoul Tenyi deck showcase. We're going up against the Forest AI so that I can kind of showcase you guys a little bit more of what this deck is actually capable of. I think that this deck actually has a lot of Tier 1 implications. So to start things off, we're going to use our Swordsoul Dragon Sword Appears, and the card we're actually going to add to our hand is our Swordsoul Tactician. This card is really cool because you can activate its ability and discard, I believe it's any worm or Swordsoul from your hand, Swordsoul card from your hand, and special summon it, and then you're able to actually special summon a token, which is really cool. This gives you access to our Synchro 10, and the Tactician actually has a really neat ability that when it's special summoned, or sorry, when it's used for Synchro materials, you actually get to burn your opponent for 1200. So that's what we're going to do in this case. This is also really cool because we can activate our Heavenly Dragon Circle to tribute our Vishuda. Be able to add follow-up cards to our hand. So right now, we can actually add any Swordsoul monster, I would assume, rather than the Tenyi engine, because we do have other Tenyi cards in our hand already. And so as you can see, we've burned our opponent for 1200. Our Swordsoul Peak gains 100 attack and defense for each banished monster, or each banished card I should say, and our opponent's monsters actually end up losing cards, or losing attack. And whenever this would be destroyed by card effects, we can actually banish a card from our graveyard instead. And so what we're going to do is we'll just banish the Vishuda for now, and then what else can we do? Oh, that's right. Then we can banish a card on our opponent's field when we banish a card, and we can also banish a card from their graveyard. And because we banished their monster, we can actually go through with the replay and hit them directly. And then we go into our second main phase, and we can actually normal summon our Moji, if we haven't used the normal summon yet, and activate his ability to reveal a worm or Swordsoul card in our hand to be able to special summon a token. And then once we special summon the token, we can go into more synchro plays. So right now, we're actually going to special summon our Shizao in attack mode, and then we can activate both effects if we really wanted to, but the Shizao lets you banish one Swordsoul card or worm from your hand or graveyard and target one other effect monster on the field and negate its effects until the end of this turn, which is really great. But we're actually just going to activate our Grandmaster, or Swordmaster, Moji. And then this lets us draw a card, and we drew into another extender, which is great. And the reason we have the Archnemesis Protos is so that we're actually able to banish cards from our graveyard with different attributes to be able to special summon it. And then when this is on the field, we can declare any sort of attribute that's on the field and be able to destroy that any monster with that attribute. And now, that was a little bit of a misplay because we only had the one monster in our graveyard, but that's okay. Because again, we can just cycle through our hand, which is totally fine. Special summoning another token. And we can actually activate our Dragon Circle, which is fine. But we're not going to. I just wanted to see what we could activate. Let's actually also discard our Ashuna, Ashuna to be able to special summon Ahara, because this gives us the ability to be able to special summon our Yavi of the Evil of the Yang Zings, which is great. Which does provide us an interruption. We get to burn again for 12, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we do have Baroness Declaring here, which is also a built-in interruption, and it's just a generic rank 10. Let's just hit this card here. Nothing crazy, it's just MXP. Now we're actually able to special summon another card, and the card we'll summon from our deck is the Taya. And we'll activate the Taya's effect to banish a card from our graveyard. Doesn't really matter what card, and then we special summon a token. And because a card is banished, let's banish a card from our opponent's side of the field and graveyard, and we'll also activate our Dragon Sword to reduce the level of any monster on the field. Doesn't matter what we do, we can increase or reduce levels by 1. Doesn't matter in this case because we only have the 1 rank 7 or level 7 in our deck, which is fine. And I guess let's add Gashina from our banish pile to our hand, which is totally fine. And then we can activate our Heavenly Dragon Circle to again recur our Tenyi monster, which is totally fine. And then we can go into more synchro plays using our tuners and tuner tokens and our Swordsoul monsters. If the tuners can target one card we control, sure. Let's target our tuner because we don't need it, and our opponent's back row. And then at the same time, we can actually activate the effect of our Taya to be able to send a card from deck to graveyard. Again, it doesn't really matter what we send at this point. But usually you'd want to send something off of your Tenyi engine. And we also kind of use normal summon, so if we wanted to, we could extend farther. Special summoning, and then we could go into anything really, but it's going to link. And because we have 8 cards banished, our Swordsoul Duke managed to get more attack power, which is really great, and basically just attacking the game at this point. But as you can see, with our arch nemesis Protos, we're able to declare 1 monster attribute on the field and destroy all monsters on the field with that attribute, and also until the end of the next turn, neither player can special summon monsters with that attribute. So like that's actually really good. To be able to out some troublesome monsters. The Grand Swordsoul Duke is really great to be able to out Dragoon, so that's really cool. And you know, I find that this deck actually works really well with the Tenyi engine, and I still might make some changes to this deck to make it a little bit more suited to how I like to play. But yeah, I think this deck has a lot of tier 1 implications, and I think it's actually a really great deck. So we'll see what happens going forward.
Alright guys, that's it for this deck showcase. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Also be sure to comment if you want to see this deck profile. And if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel for more fun content. Also, bear with me here. It's been a while since I've done a showcase, so I'm a little all over the place in the video. But again, if you guys enjoyed and you want to see more showcases, or you want to see this deck profile, be sure to leave a like and comment. And also subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. That's game.